In the heart of Detroit, a city of contrasts, old stories intertwine with new ambitions. A mural of Marvin Gaye, a symbol of soul and resilience, watches over the streets. Life continues. A young paperboy cycles past, delivering the morning news. Behind the wheel, Marcus Cole, a former detective, returns to the neighborhood he once called home. He parks in front of a modest row house, now bearing a new sign, Cole Investigations. Marcus sits for a moment, reflecting on the path that led him back to these streets. With a deep breath, he steps out, ready to face whatever awaits him. Inside, his new office is a converted living room, humble yet functional. J.R. Washington, his sharp-witted assistant, is already there, engrossed in her phone. She informs Marcus of a persistent caller, a woman seeking the detective from Hendricks Avenue. A detail few would know, hinting at a past connection. Soon, Beverly Morrow sits before him, her hands clasped, a picture of quiet desperation. Her grandson, Jaylen, a 17-year-old, has been missing for 6 days. The police dismissed her pleas, leaving her with nowhere else to turn. Jaylen, a bright student and scholarship recipient, was not one to simply vanish. She places a photo on the desk. Jaylen, bright-eyed, in his basketball jersey. Marcus gazes at the image, a familiar face stirring distant memories. Beverly reveals a truth that binds them. Jaylen's mother was Kaisha Cole, Marcus's first love. She implores him, her voice filled with a mother's desperate hope, to find her grandson. Marcus walks the familiar blocks, reconnecting with the pulse of the neighborhood. He finds Jerome "Rome" Banks, an old friend, clipping hair in his barber shop. Rome, a fount of local knowledge, hints at a larger conspiracy behind Jaylen's disappearance. He mentions Alderman Preston, a mayoral candidate with a new Detroit redevelopment plan. Preston's plan involves buying up East Side properties cheaply, displacing residents. Crucially, Beverly Morrow's property stands in the way of a planned stadium. Marcus connects the dots. Jaylen's disappearance is tied to the pressure on Beverly to sell. Rome warns Marcus to be careful. The stakes are higher than he knows. At Detroit City Hall, Marcus seeks out Lieutenant Diana Reyes, an old contact. Diana, cautious but supportive, reveals the Morrow case was reassigned. Special Investigations, a unit that doesn't handle missing persons, now holds the file. She implies Alderman Preston's influence, his chief of staff overseeing the unit. Diana warns Marcus, reminding him of the circumstances that led to his own downfall. In an abandoned factory district, Marcus meets Darius, Jaylen's scared teammate. Darius reveals Jaylen found something 2 weeks ago at the old Fisher plant site. It was possibly a lab or equipment, and Jaylen took pictures. He posted one online, but quickly deleted it after a mysterious message. Darius shows Marcus a screenshot, a vast underground space, industrial equipment, crates. The crates bear a city seal and the North Bridge Development Group logo. Back at the office, Marcus and Daya delve into North Bridge Development. Daya uncovers an opaque LLC, linked to a parent company with city contracts under Preston. She finds an old geological survey, revealing a sealed sub-basement at the Fisher plant. Marcus realizes this hidden space has been there for a long time, concealing secrets. Jaylen must have stumbled upon something connecting Preston to criminal activity. Jaylen became a liability, a threat to their carefully constructed facade. He looks out the window, determined not to fail Kaisha again to protect her son. The threats begin. Marcus is warned off by a shadowy figure in an expensive car. Beverly Morrow receives a lowball offer for her home, with a 48-hour deadline. Diana Reyes discovers the original missing persons report was deliberately buried. Under the cloak of night, Marcus infiltrates the abandoned Fisher plant. He finds the sub-basement, a hidden vault of city corruption records. In a locked room, he finds Jaylen Morrow, alive but dehydrated and frightened. Jaylen's relief is palpable. Someone finally came for him. Marcus reassures him, telling him to walk fast. Their escape begins. With Jaylen safe, Marcus, Diana, and others examine the vault's evidence. Diana explains the evidence, obtained illegally, might not hold up in court. Marcus decides to bypass the judge, calling a national press contact. He requests a camera crew, a constitutional lawyer, and a notary. In her living room, Beverly holds Jaylen close, tears of joy and relief flowing. She looks at Marcus, her eyes filled with gratitude, thanking him for saving her grandson. Marcus admits his struggle, but Beverly reminds him of Keisha's words. Keisha said he ran from hard things, but he proved her wrong. He turned around. At City Hall, cameras flash as Alderman Preston arrives for a campaign photo op. But instead of accolades, he is met with handcuffs. Marcus walks his childhood block on Hendricks Avenue, a sense of peace settling. Rome joins him, confirming Preston's arrest and the stadium deal's demise. The neighborhood is safe. Marcus never truly left. He was always here. At the Henderson Community Center, Jaylen plays basketball, free and alive. He spots Marcus watching from the fence, and they share a knowing nod. Detroit, a city of corruption and resilience, where community always finds a way.